Peut-être tout ça.
Bop, bop, bop. Hey!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Variant Edition's new releases show. My name is Danica.
My name is Brandon. Look who's here
It's me, Danica.
in the room.
Yeah, in the room with you. I'm gonna poke your nose like this. Yeah, you missed that, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Hi. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I got to see Bryce on Sunday.
Oh,
I was covering Brandon's shift because he was watching some wrestles.
yeah.
And so I got to see some folks I don't get to see usually. That was fun.
The biggest wrestling event, the biggest paid wrestling attendance of all time.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. Mmm. Delicious
Yes.
aqua.
Yeah, we both have water. It's very warm.
Oh my goodness.
And we actually have our fan on. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think it can be picked up with these microphones, but we will see.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm going to have the fan on because it's super stuffy in here.
Yep. Just for donk.
Eventually, we'll change out the light fixture and that'll have a fan and a
Yeah,
light.
absolutely.
Fancy, fancy. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Yay. Look at all these people happy you're
you.
back.
Oh my gosh, and thank y'all for putting up with
With Brandon.
No. I was gonna
think you're putting up with this guy.
this guy here.
Yeah.
He's a handful.
Mm-hmm.
No, my fun technology issues where like I did one show on a cell phone.
Yeah.
That's a first. I was like, I'm doing my best.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That worked out pretty good.
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't make it a weekly event.
No. But yeah, what we did managed to go off pretty okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there was anything wild that happened this week, but I don't think so.
No, I came back on Tuesday. I was very tired.
Yep.
I got in Tuesday night and I worked Wednesday and I was kind of jet lagged. I'm not gonna lie. I was tired,
Yeah.
but it kind of evens itself out after a bit. Now I'm fine. I'm back on mountain time.
Rude.
He did.
Very rude.
Did say that. I wasn't gonna tell you that.
Oh
That
no.
was gonna be like a secret between Tyson and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret. Anytime I think of the secret, I think of when my grandma.
The granny secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is shortly after I met Danica, by the way, too. Because my sister and I met the people who we would marry in like quick succession.
Mhm.
So he was down for like the first visit that he's had with any family members.
Oh yeah, Emily's now husband.
Yeah. My brother-in-law Olympic. So he's thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna see my mom, basically. But my mom and I were hanging out with my grandma because it actually been the anniversary of my grandpa's death, actually. And we were gonna do a short visit, but it was clear that she was just like
Yeah.
going through it.
Yeah, of course.
So we stuck around. And so Emily and Olympic show up and pictures have to happen because it's grandma. So they leave and eventually we head over to the Walmart that's fairly close by because Grandma wants to get some pictures developed. And so she gets the one of my sister in Olympic and goes, "Oh, well, I'll need one, and well, Joanne, you'll need one." My mom, well, and Darwin will probably want one, and Joanne, your mom will want one, and Auntie Shauna, and she's listing people, and it's getting up to like 10 or 11 pictures. Meanwhile, I'm texting Emily, and Grandma goes like, "Do you want one, Brandon?" I'm like, "I'm not a part of this." And eventually we're taking Grandma out for food, and Emily replies back, and I'm with just like, "Oh my God," and I'm replying to her just like, "Yeah, just so you know that's what happened." And Grandma catches me texting, and she's like, "Who are you messaging?" And I'm like, "Okay, Grandma, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of told Emily that you printed off all those pictures of her in Olympic." And she goes, "Brandon, that was a Grandma secret."
I love Grandma secrets. So funny. Oh no. I'm gonna tell you right now, she had an iPad for many, many years and she never knew how to use it.
Yeah.
So no. Sweet woman, smart as attack.
Yeah.
Not technology.
All right. Well, we've got a good stacky.
Yeah.
It's been a while since there's been a wild stack.
It was waiting for me.
Yeah, it was.
It's a good thing you didn't have to do this alone last week. Holy
Yeah.
crow.
It was a real small stack last week, which was good.
Yeah, worked out.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Mm-mm.
the big one, of course, is the Devil's Cut.
Yeah, from Distillery.
Story. Okay. The Devil's Cut is your introduction to Distillery, a new publisher redefining creator-owned comics. In the aging process, the whiskey that evaporates is called the Angel's Share, but the most potent spirits are captured in the wood, the Devil's Cut. Let's see. Then they list a ton of names. It's basically everyone you could probably think of.
Yeah, so a good chunk of these creators are actually part owners of this company. They have essentially shares in the founding of it, and so you're going to get some of their best work out of them because if the company succeeds, they succeed. So you've got a wild array of names here. Like I said, not all of these are initial folks in the business, but still, most of them are Mirka and Delfo, Brian Azzarello, Mark Bernardin, Elsa Chetier, Becky Clunan, Francesco Francavilla, Lee Garbett, Jock, Joelle Jones, Ariella Cristantina, Tula Lotte, Jamie McKelvey, Junko Mizuno, Stephanie Phillips, Ram V, Eduardo Rizzo, Scott Snyder, James Tynan IV, and Christian Ward. And a bunch of these stories are actually little tastes of what's to come in the line. Like you've got their Jock's Gone, which is their first release. And they just announced today, I think, the second book from Becky Clunan and Tula Lotte.
They did.
That looks gorgeous. And the name I can't remember. But.
Yeah. Sean's asking, is it an anthology?
So this is a announcing one shot, basically. So yeah, it is a bunch of different stories in here. They also say this will never be reprinted in this format. So you get this chance to read these stories, and that's it. Yes, Andrew's right. Somna. It should be available to peruse the information on our subscriptions website right now, because that information is up. Yeah. And yes, this is magazine size, but the stories are absolutely remarkable. I'm really happy with how a lot of this turned out. Stories I know for sure that are
I was looking for that page.
continuing are the Elsa Chetier one, the Jock, the Brian Azzarello, Eduardo Rizzo, the 100 Bullets team, basically. You've got Scott Snyder here. The Jamie McKelvey one doesn't continue. The Rom V one doesn't continue. But the Becky Clune and Tula Lotte, which is gorgeous. I really like it. And the art in here is just absolutely wonderful.
It's more than likely there is one set aside with your name on it already. We have a box full of both orders, recommendations. A lot of our customers have one set aside.
So the fun part is I actually didn't set one aside for Sean because
what?
I knew that he would ask for it if he wanted it.
Ah.
So you're one of the few people I didn't set aside just in case.
Okay.
But I'm putting this into a lot of people's hands.
Yep.
Specifically because it is a lot of top tier creators kind of launching their own company. This is sort of a modern image style company that is really keeps the creators' rights with the creators and is building something new where these creators can also benefit from some back market stuff as well. I really like it. So yeah.
Okay. If you're looking for a pen or a pencil, there's tons in the drawer.
Oh, right. The desk drawer.
The desk that you do not use. Yes. The desk in the office that you do not use as either. I'm definitely going to throw some shade there.
We got some zigzag papers in here.
The Post-its. Just Post-its.
Those are Post-its. All right.
Okay, next up.
Very exciting.
New Ms. Marvel.
Yeah. Co-written by Ms. Marvel herself.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think this is good. I think most everybody's probably read the Hellfire Gala stuff by now.
Yeah, the broad strokes of it are important for this story.
Yeah. The good news is that fresh off her world-saving death, Kamala has been brought back via Krakoan resurrection technology. What a way to learn she's a mutant. The bad news is her debut at the Hellfire Gala didn't go exactly as planned, and now all of mutant kind are being hunted worldwide. Yay. Into this world of hate and fear, Kamala has a secret mission to pull off for the X-Men, all the while struggling to acclimate to this new part of her identity.
I've read it. It's really good. It really reaches through and digs to the heart of the character and her interactions with her family and her friends. I really enjoyed it as someone who has really enjoyed a lot of Ms. Marvel stuff. Plus, I mean, I couldn't not get a whole bunch of the homage cover to the first original Ms. Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
With her new costume, both designed by Jamie McKelvey, as requested by what's the lady's name who plays Ms. Marvel?
Oh. Vellani.
Right on the cover.
No, I know. It's just the last name. So I have to get the first name. Iman Vellani.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like right in the top corner there.
Okay, well, I didn't look at...
I'm sorry.
Whatever. Can you put Francavilla cover down for Jason?
Yeah, absolutely. Why did I put that pen away?
I don't know. That's very cool, and I will look at pictures. Thank you. Ah. Show me a picture.
Beep, boop. Beep, boop. Beep, boop. Beep, boop.
No. We'll never stop. Oh my god, she's so cute. I love her.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Look at her. She makes a great Jubilee.
Mm-hmm. Ba-da-ba-da.
Okay. We have the heckin' return of Kaptara.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Thank you, Substack Grants, because without you, we might not have gotten the end of Kaptara.
That's true. We got one volume and then it went away.
Yeah. Chip would often talk about, he's basically like, so Kaptara didn't do well enough to keep King McLeod in food.
Which is
Consistently.
unfortunate because, eating is good for artists, I hear.
Yeah. So they put it on the back burner for a while, and now it's back for a second final volume. I think they originally wanted to do 3, but they figured they kind of adjusted the story to really kind of wrap it up.
Mhm.
And if you haven't read Kaptar before, the first collection is out. It is, as Chip Zdarsky calls it, chip cheap at $9.98 American.
Yep. That was at the time the cheapest image trade.
Indeed.
Yes.
And if you want kind of the skinny on what Kaptar is, it's basically sort of like a sci-fi He-Man style thing with a queer protagonist. And it has Chip's wild sense of humor and Kagan McLeod's equally wild sense of design. It's absolutely wonderful and queer AF.
And they're cat tanks.
Yeah.
So I need to seriously reread the first volume because I do not remember anything.
And I forget the motivational ball.
There's this weird balloon alien that just has motivational phrases on its body the whole time. It's delightful.
And a lot of previously in Kaptara, wow, holy shit, a lot happened. God, where do I begin? And that's all it says.
I guess you have to buy volume 1.
We do have copies at the store. We got them in extra because Chip was there.
It's true.
Ah.
Hey guys, do you remember May? When Chip Zdarsky came to the store? Those were good times.
Yeah.
All right, we have the Far South, the Great Union Score. Oh, looks like a heist.
It really does. So, this I wanted to get in because Leonardo Fernandez art is always really good. I got specifically the Eduardo Rizzo cover because our audience would appreciate it. We never tell you anything, Andrew.
No, we like to surprise you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Chip's here.
That would have been really funny if at the end of the day, Andrew was just like, wait, what happened?
Wait, who was that guy?
Just no sell the entire day. You're like, oh, I thought we were busy.
Yeah, it was weird. We have a lineup? All right. Whatever the hell happens in the Far South stays in the Far South. Montoya's bar has seen it all. My pacing is terrible tonight. Everyone who lives in the area frequents it, and those who don't won't take long to do so. Everyone's a regular. Scoundrels, prostitutes, thieves, truckers, bandits. There's wine and grappa to last for ages. Darkness is the only color you see there. So when the police is looking for a culprit, shouldn't it be R? I don't know, whatever. They know where to knock first. The hard-boiled, brutal land of the mobsters and gauchos continues to unfold. I'll say it anyway. As best-selling international author Rodolfo Santulo and the old guard superstar, that's why you got it.
Yeah.
Artist Leandro Fernandez present a new set of blood-soaked noir tales, a must-read for fans of gritty crime fiction.
Yeah, I'm going to give this a full-ass peruse, baby.
There was. So Andrew asked if Chip could take a picture kicking him, and Chip was totally for it, which not surprising.
Yeah. It didn't go up on our socials specifically, but it went up on Andrew's socials.
It did.
So find it wherever Andrew is social.
I like that. All right. Oh, okay.
We've got Sean Murphy's The Plot Holes. It's kind of like a mash 'em up story of a whole bunch of different characters.
The plot holes are a squad of fictional warriors who transport themselves into the pages of other books, using their unique skills to save the plots in order to stop them from being destroyed. And Cliff is their newest recruit, a comic creator who just realized his world isn't real. In fact, it's a complete fiction that literally exists inside a novel. The other members are misfits like him, pulled from unpublished books that couldn't be saved. Excuse me. Among a samurai, a barbarian tiger, a kid from a comic strip, and a vampire assassin. Outclassed by the other members, Cliff sets out to prove his worth as the plot holes as they fight to save as many books as possible.
I do like this style of story. The premise kind of reminds me more of the Jasper Ford stuff.
Yeah.
I know Andrew's a big fan as well. And yeah, I like stories that play with plot and whatnot. So if you like that, I highly recommend Jasper Ford's Thursday Next series, especially if you like some literature and playing with tropes with that too.
Yeah. Well, look at this. 30th anniversary.
Yeah, which can't be true because that would mean I'm
Old.
30.
Old.
30
old.
Yeah. Oh
You are.
boy.
You are 38.
Mm-hmm. I remember Power Rangers being huge, massive, sweeping fad that hit over everybody. And then I remember it dropping real fast after rumors of playground death from kids that were playing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and one of them died.
Okay, that feels like a satanic panic thing.
It was.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It didn't happen.
If anybody ever watched Power Rangers, they'd know how inefficient and terrible they were at literally anything. They were just like,
hita, hita.
Like, there's no death in there. Like, maybe, like a.
Yeah, and like, so, I even remember as a kid, at least the original ones, because they kind of got plotty with some future ones. But I remember, other than like the multi-part ones, they're pretty distinct. Like, okay, so the Power Rangers are there, and then the putties show up and they fight the putties, and then big monster shows up and they're having some trouble, but then they figure out how to fight the big monster, and then the big monster gets really big, so then they get their Zords and they put them together, and then they fight the big monster and they win. And that's the plot to most of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
You've just ruined the entire series for me.
Yeah. I love that show so much.
You know what's good though? The movie.
Yeah, the most recent movie.
Yeah.
That was ballin'.
Because like I have no nostalgia for Power Rangers, which is, whatever. My childhood was weird. I flippin' loved that movie, and I could tell everybody in that movie was so happy to be there.
Yeah.
And it was like people our age and a bit older that would have watched the show, and they were just like, this is the best day of my life. You could tell it came through in the film.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, he figured out over there it's Super Sentai, I believe. And they just sort of like transpose it over here for the different versions. But yeah, that was a thing that might have happened.
That would have been very different.
Very much so.
Yeah. All right. We've got
Marvel Age 1,000. Has there been 1,000 Marvel Ages? No.
No.
Does it matter? Also, no. Numbers are a construct. If you need more proof of that, I highly suggest you go check out the promo called Steiner Math. And marvel at how numbers work.
Marvel.
Yeah. Nice.
Wait. I don't know. Nope. Yay! It's the applause one. Nope.
I don't know. I think I replaced applause with yay.
We need labels on these buttons so much. I don't remember. I only ever remember the pink one because I do it at the end of the show.
Yeah. No, I think I replaced the applause with yay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm sorry. Please continue.
What I like about this is they actually seem to be going through different eras of Marvel as you travel through the book. So you get focuses on different characters and kind of when they were most popular, almost in an order. It's really cool. There's a beautiful Rainbow Rowell Marguerite Sauvage story.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And a whole bunch of other wild stuff. The creator list is robust.
It's about as long as the distillery list was.
Indeed. Plus, it's got another story from Armando Iannucci, who's the dude what did Veep.
Oh. Yeah.
And
basically, yeah, Jason Aaron to Mark Waid.
Yeah.
Just pick an alphabet.
And you'll hit somebody.
Pick an alphabet. That's what words mean.
The Manipal cover was really spiffy.
Oh, that's cool. Do. There's a Batman comic, so you're gonna have to take that.
Yeah, and I read it too, and it's good. It's good.
So much DC. You can take all the DC.
So Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War battle lines. This is the first part of the Batman Catwoman crossover, and what I really like about it is, well, I definitely have a side in the fight. Batman and Catwoman are essentially approaching the problem of crime from two different general directions. I don't think it's too much spoilers to say Catwoman is all for just a little bit of crime to help people out. And it basically stops them from needing to go with bigger crime people who are bad and hurt people.
Yeah.
And Batman is like, no, this is not how things work. Crime is crime. And I can understand how people would come to these conclusions. They're not necessarily wrong, but they're looking at the social issue from different directions. Bruce from very much a billionaire standpoint, and Selena from more of a micro standpoint. And it builds such a compelling engine for a story. I'm so excited to read these two books with these creators, Chip Zdarsky and Teenie Howard, kind of going back and forth, sharing ideas and really building this riff from a really natural place. And I am very excited about folks experiencing this.
Do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, so they haven't really had comics about Ahsoka. She's been on a couple covers. There have been some older Clone Wars stuff, but nothing that's really in good print right now. Although I think Dark Horse might have come up with something somewhat recently, but it'd be like a chunk. Mm-hmm. None for the character specifically yet, which I think is a mistake. They probably should have timed a release for now-ish. But yeah, and they definitely did do that. Correct. That collection was going for silly dollars before they reprinted it. It was just bonkers. Someone had called it like a couple months ago, and it was like going online for $80 each. And it's just a collection of 5 issues. So Marvel was like, let's re-release this. People seem to want it.
I'm definitely with Tux.
Yeah.
I think we're a full Catwoman house, really. Except Squee, because he sometimes gets red pilled on YouTube.
Yeah, he sure does.
We decided out of all of our cats, he's the one that would most likely like fall into QAnon. He's a sweet boy, but he's not that smart.
It's a terrible thing that we imply.
It's true.
That when we're not home, he falls down the YouTube hole. Because he can't turn off. He's like stepped on a button and turned it on, and it keeps going, and so.
And the algorithm just takes you down.
Whereas All of our other cats are, I would say, savvy enough to know that whatever is being produced is not necessarily a truth. Squee is a very innocent boy.
Yeah.
And the poor kid, it's rough. It's rough stuff.
Yeah, and I think although we do say that Squee and Max share the brain cell between two orange boys, I think Max, he's not savvy, but he would get bored. So he would just walk away.
He would try and pay attention.
Yeah, and then he'd get distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he would not fall down the cue hole.
No, he lacks the focus.
That's good for him.
And attention span, yeah.
That's very good for him. We have had to have talks with Squee. Many talks.
Many talks. Very serious chats.
Very serious chats with our big-eyed Squee boy.
We have the end of Night Terrors, including the introduction of a new villain. What?
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 For folks who are looking to check out the Night Terrors thing, I do not recommend starting here. Not even remotely.
No.
I would start
It
at
has the word end in it.
I would start at the beginning and then I would read to the end. And that's how I would approach this series. But we all have our own ways to experience stuff. And sometimes people just want the issue with the new character in it. And so, voila.
Wait, I got this.
Et voila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ba-da-doo-doo-doo.
That's true. It's not. The beginning isn't the end. The beginning, and the end is the end.
Beautiful.
And who knows?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's so weird. We've got a Doomsday special.
Bwah. It's the Action Comics Doomsday Special. It's the craggy boy. He get into big fights. Dan Waters provides the storytelling for the whole book, and I really like that writer. He's good at what he does. So yeah, you're gonna get the big beefy boy what murdered Superman that one time. You're gonna get him in the big fights. Action Comics people do have this in their file. You don't have to take this in your file because it does have some ties with Action Comics. It is not the main Superman story. It is a side story.
That?
Oh,
Here.
just like a tower.
Oh.
Just a regular tower.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah, no spoilers, but
Yeah.
okay. Stop going to the wait.
So that's how it starts. That's how the tower starts. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Speaking of bad guys.
Hey. Got Cat on the Run in Cat of Death. What happens when the world's biggest cat video star gets accused of a crime she didn't commit? She becomes a cat on the run. That's what. But how do you avoid capture and prove your innocence when you are the most famous feline on the planet? Well, it ain't easy.
It really isn't.
It isn't. So if you've been reading Bad Guys, this is the same person. And you should get this book.
And I believe now I'm not even nearly caught up on Bad Guys, but I believe it is also a spin-off.
It is, yeah. At some point, the cat shows up in the 18 volumes that are out somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of volumes.
So I'm very excited for this because the Bad Guys is legitimately great.
Yeah.
If you haven't experienced it,
Oh my God, amazing.
I do highly recommend checking it out. Much like we've checked out a few episodes of Bluey. Bluey's great.
Bluey's pretty great, yeah.
Yeah.
I would maybe go back to that.
I've had a lot of conversations lately with parents about Bluey and how it also illustrates parenting goals as well. And how to talk with kids about all kinds of different things. They really like it. And we had, while you were gone, a Bluey book that came with magnets, and the whole book is magnetic, and so you make little scenes in the book.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
We ordered more
Yeah.
because we sold out of that real quick.
Yeah.
Bluey.
For my personal enjoyment and hopefully the viewers, can you tell me what Bluey's parents do again as jobs?
Absolutely. Bluey's mom works at the airport sniffing luggage. And Bluey's dad, well, actually I found out that Bluey's mom is actually on a leave of absence due to taking some time for stress relief.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's progressive.
Yeah. And Bluey's dad is an archaeologist.
Yeah.
Because he digs for bones.
Digs for bones.
It's a great show.
It just makes me so happy every time I think about it. Oh my god.
Good times.
Speaking of bones.
Yay!
We're
Look
on
at
a
that.
roll.
So this is some of the newer stuff from Jeff Smith. Hope that he's recovering well from his recent cardiac event, which is really sad. He was gonna actually go on tour promoting this. But yeah, if you're looking for some more Bone Tales, you got some stuff here. Yeah, and I think like a lot of it's like new stuff as well. Oh, it's got the camping tales in there too. Oh, it's got a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And the coda. Oh, and all the tall tales. Yeah, no, this is really cool. It's all of them just having more fun. Good times. Yay.
Awesome. So, this is All the Lovely Bad Ones. It is the second one, to my knowledge, of a graphic adaptation of a Mary Downing Hahn novel who writes young adult spooky tales, which is very fun. So I read, actually just last week because I finally got to it, but I read Wait Till Helen Comes last week. It was great. Very unsettling. So this is Travis and his sister Corey can't resist a good trick. When they learn that their grandmother's quiet Vermont inn, where they're spending the summer, has a history of ghost sightings, they decide to do a little haunting of their own. Before long, their supernatural pranks have tourists flocking to Fox Hill Inn and business booms. But Travis and Corey soon find out that theirs aren't the only ghosts at Fox Hill. Their thoughtless games have awakened something dangerous, something that should have stayed asleep. Can these siblings lay to rest the troubled spirits they've disturbed? So this looks like, I believe it's the same team as the other adaptation.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. At least I remember that name.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. So this is for ages 8 to 12. There's a lot of spooky YA out there, and it's
You've really enjoyed her stuff because there was Gone as well.
And Took was so freaking creepy.
And that's why you've got the other ones in.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that one had like a witch and quasi Baba Yaga character with like stealing children, and there was a doll, and it was really creepy.
So the new Bone volume has a mix of stuff that's been put out before and a bunch of other stuff. Like Coda came out in sort of like a format like this, a shorter story with a whole bunch of process stuff in the back. This is in full color now, but they've got a whole bunch of stuff in here, including ones illustrated by Stan Sakai, Katie Cook, Scott Brown, Matt Smith. So a bunch of different folk. So you get stories like Night of the Geesh, because the rat creatures do love themselves some quiche. Yeah, good times. I love Bone. Bone's so good. Bonk.
Can I read the description for Tug?
Yep.
Okay. We do have a copy at the store, so if this sounds interesting, there's at least 3 books that you should read. Daniel doesn't believe the woods behind his new home are haunted by an evil witch and her terrifying beast. They say a ghost witch lives in the woods up on the hill. They say her companion has a pig skull for a face and stands taller than a man, his skeleton gleaming in the moonlight. They say that a witch takes young girls and no one ever sees them again. Daniel doesn't believe the stories. He figures the kids on the bus are just trying to scare him since he's new. Still, he wishes his family had never moved here. Their house is a wreck, Mom and Dad keep fighting, and his little sister Erica spends most of her time talking to her creepy doll. But when Erica disappears into the woods one day, Daniel knows something is terribly wrong. Has she been took?
I'm pretty sure it's fine.
It's fine in the end.
No one was tooken.
Oh, this is exciting. There's a 4th title. Yes. Called The Old Willis Place. I am going to read all of these. All right. I apologize. Thank you for letting me digress. It's true. It's true.
All right, folks. We've got 2 new entries from the TKO Rogue line. This is their prose line, doing more kind of novella style things. And you've got, you can see here, from Cullen Bunn, with art from Allison Sampson. And here, Danielle Page with some illustrations from Bex Glindening. So here, Holos. Talia's worked on the cutting edge of history, creating holographic copies of people after their deaths for top secret Holos project. Holos project, probably. But when her sister Penelope is killed, Talia must secretly revive Penelope using the program's technology in order to solve her murder. A thriller for the digital age, featuring sharp illustrations by Bex Glindening. And displacement. Dr. Rachel Anderson treats those who suffer from the most extreme phobias: fear of crowds, fear of the outdoors, the fear of death. But after a session with a violent patient goes awry and her daughter goes missing, the only way Rachel will survive the night and save her daughter is to face her own fears. A chilling ride and dive into one mother's quest for safety. Featuring illustrations by Allison Sampson.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's just you sounded like you had the comma on your sentence. So I was waiting for you.
It kind of was, and then I was like, oh, it's the information I already gave.
That's the trouble.
Now, the fun thing about this is TKO started this line when they got Prose bookstore distribution. They don't have that anymore. They go through Diamond in themselves. So there's some nice prose books that are having a hard time getting readers.
Yep.
Unfortunately. And
now they're only through Diamond.
Yeah. And honestly, the majority of the TKO line is phenomenal.
Yeah. They know what they're doing, except when it comes to shipping, I guess. Or choosing exclusivity with Diamond. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm still not 100% sure it was like a choice.
That's fair.
But whatever.
Still not a great place for them to be because those books sound amazing.
Yep.
And I really want them to be successful.
I'm going to read them. Probably not tonight.
Samesies.
Yeah. It's super cool.
Yeah.
They also have really great design work.
Yeah. So is the prose line itself called TKO Rogue?
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, we have Doodles from the Boogie Down from Stephanie Rodriguez. Meet Steph. She's a doodler, a fashionista, a BFF, an only child, a Bronx kid, and an 8th grader hiding a big secret. Steph must decide how far she'll go to make her artist dreams come true. All right, less is more. I can read the whole thing, but... Oh, she goes to LaGuardia High School of Music and Art.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like art stuffs.
Oh, no, but her mom would not approve.
Oh, classic.
Yeah. Okay.
And these days too, before I order most graphic novels, I do check to see the interiors to see if it's like good and if the lettering's good, because that usually speaks a lot to the quality. And so I was quite happy with sort of how this is sitting and how folks will dig into it. So
I like the font they used.
it's very nice.
Yeah, lettering can destroy a comic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen a lot of books with really great art, but I cannot get past the lettering, and it's not fair to the team. I know, but it's just really bad.
It's a hard time sometimes.
Yeah.
We have, I have the final issue of the Nib, a wonderful series and website that is actually wrapping up this week. It was an outlet that paid political cartoonists and nonfiction storytellers, basically, to really dig into society and all the things that are happening. This one, the 15th volume, is about future. As you can see, a nice little computer doing some arts. And good news, if any of you folks are interested in the Nib, you can read all of the Nib, all 15 issues. You can download it right now for the next few days for free if you kind of search around for the Nib. They are making sure that archive exists and that you can just nab it. You can do a pay what you want to give these fine folks a little bit of money to wrap up. But yeah, if you're at all interested, download that stuff, friends. It's available and they want you to.
They pay their writers. They always have.
Yep. And one of the reasons why they're wrapping up is actually they could have gone on for many more years. But Matt Boers, the person in charge, was basically like, but with how the world and how things are going, there would be cuts and there'd be cuts and there'd be cuts. And we would never be this. And so we're going out as this, as what we always could do, as what we always were. A place that was able to pay folks what they're worth, what their time's worth, and get them the attention that they need. Absolutely wonderful place.
Nice. Next up is a super scary tale from the mind of the great granddaughter of that really famous guy, Shelley Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Cow Piggy.
Right.
It's called Cow Piggy.
I just love that so much. It also has French flaps. Ooh la la.
Shelley Frankenstein has a legacy to uphold. She wants to create a terrifying, horrific, lunch milk curdling monster that will send all the playground kids fleeing for their very lives. But for some reason, it never turns out that way. In fact, it all goes quite the opposite. I think there's a cow piggy involved.
Cow piggy. Sometimes you mess around and get a cow pig.
I had a nickel.
Yeah. We have Funny Things, a comic strip biography of Charles M. Schulz. Discover the man behind Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the Peanuts gang in this imaginative, tender-hearted tribute to his life and art. Charles M. Schulz was arguably the most influential and popular cartoonist of all time, and he poured many of his own emotions and experiences into the world of Peanuts over its iconic 50-year run. Now, Luca Dibus and Francesco Meduzzi pay tribute to the master by telling his story in the medium that made him immortal, the comic strip. So yeah, it goes through a lot of real life events, but of course forms it to the comic strip format. So, you know, like they didn't always have these like pow 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 type of cadence, but it does kind of go through his life, and like dude wasn't always happy, and it goes through a lot of that too. So it's absolutely gorgeous. This has been out for a few days now. You can kind of see the stylings that they do, and they do the Sunday pages as well, and kind of hit that cadence of like dailies and Sundays telling story.
I like on the back cover, he's tiny and all the adults are thighs and down, basically.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. Next up, Memoria by Kurt Piers. Sorry.
Oh
I
yeah.
always do that. What? Uh-oh.
We're gonna pair it.
Ooh. All right. When an old, ill detective and a young burnout detective are partnered up and saddled with an unsolvable case, they begin to unravel a sprawling conspiracy that points to one thing: a serial killer who has murdered hundreds. As they further investigate the case, they make discoveries that will force them to question everything and everyone they know. Hey!
And a double Kurt Piers.
Is it Piers or Piers? Piers?
Piers.
Then we said it wrong.
It's Piers.
Okay, Kurt Piers.
It's only Teenage Wasteland, which I have read and I love it. It's basically Superbad meets the apocalypse,
Yeah, it's true. I read a couple issues. It's really good.
except queer.
Mm-hmm.
When his parents go out of town for the weekend, Mexican-American high schooler Javi decides to throw a party, one that'll launch him and his buds into popularity, or at least get them noticed by their crushes. But no high school party goes off without a hitch, and Javi can only watch as his friend takes a beating from a school bully, and then, bam, the apocalypse has the worst timing. With few survivors and even fewer sane ones, Javi and his friends will have to learn to survive together and mend the fallout from the last party before the end of the world. There sounds like there's going to be more from this series too, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yay.
All right. Next up, very excited. This is my favorite She-Hulk series.
Yeah, the Hulk series.
Yeah, because it started out as Hulk.
It sure did.
It is by Mariko Tamaki, and it is flipping amazing. This came out of Jen's coma in Civil War II, which was, but it's a Marvel event, so we don't care. But what came out of it was she came out of her coma, and she was traumatized. She has PTSD. She deals with anger issues. She is like a real person. Tamaki writes her like a real person, and it's damn great.
It's very much about female rage and not being allowed to show it. Society tells you to tamp it down.
Yep. Yeah. For some reason, that communicated well with me.
Yeah, I don't know why. Don't worry your pretty little head.
I will destroy you. Jennifer Walters survived the Second Civil War. Barely. Now, she re-enters the world a very different hero. Fueled by a quiet rage, Jen is determined to move forward with her life. But the pain of the past is always there. An undercurrent, a pulse waiting to quicken and transform her into the one thing over which she has no control. But as Jen returns to legal practice, her newest client struggles with her own dark secrets, and a string of murders soon leaves Jen in over her head as a lawyer. Must she give in to her anger and become the Hulk? Plus, faced with a wave of monsters, can Jen help being pulled into the craziness as a force for good? And what happens when the nefarious leader decrees Jen Walters must die? God. So, ways they messed up this series.
Yeah.
They started out by calling it Hulk because she was at the time the only Hulk. Because I think Hawkeye had shot him in the face or something.
Oh yeah.
Because he asked him to. You found that out later. Spoilers for something that happened like, I don't know, 5 years ago. I don't even know. So by the time the trade came out, it was She-Hulk again. And Brennan and I wrote a very angry article on the Comics Beat.
Yeah, we did.
Which is fun. It came up in my Facebook memories like a month or two ago.
Oh, nice.
Something. Yeah, and I got to read. Basically, my contribution was tweets. I'm like, this is why I'm not the writer here.
We, if my memory serves, we talked it out, hashed out sort of the beats that we were going to go through in it, and then I did the writer thing. But You did the shape and the content.
I did the angry tweets.
Yeah.
And 2, they switched to legacy numbers in the middle of the series.
Yeah, they sure did.
So collecting Hulk 2017. Oh my God, that was 6 years ago. 1 to 11. And She-Hulk 2017. 159 to 163. As if that matters.
Yeah. Fun fact about fans of not the A-list characters, basically. Characters that really require a tight following to really work. Don't jerk them around with this kind of thing. They don't stick with it.
No, and if you're going to switch to legacy numbers, fine and dandy. Don't do it line wide. Wait until a series is over. You can dole it out over time. Fine. The numbers don't freaking mean anything. Don't do it in the middle of a series, because even if someone's subscribing to it, you will absolutely confuse them if it goes from number 11 to 159.
I can say from experience, this kind of thing only works with the people who are already in it 1,000%.
Yeah.
When, especially like we're saying, when you are dealing with characters that aren't a Spider-Man, adding weird elements to the run arbitrarily is dumb and bad. Just keep the story going and let the ideas ride on their own merits. Yes, if you pop it into that crossover, it'll probably pop some sales a little bit. Honestly, in the long run, you're just losing collected sales because you had this concise idea with forward momentum, and then you just kind of mess it all up with the side quest. Yeah,
this is how you get trades with issues 1 to 6, and then 8, 11, 13, and then 14 to 20, and you're like, what happened?
14.1.
Yeah. 14.HU.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, this is a phenomenal series. Phenomenal. And you need to read it.
Yeah.
My 2 favorite She-Hulk series are very different, and therefore very different moods, feelings, emotions. One of them is Tamaki and the other is Sewell. Very different.
Yeah.
But I would highly recommend them both.
Absolutely. You do this one, I'll do the next one.
But I just got so angry. It's okay. We've got the Harley Quinn animated series. We've got the Eat Bang Kill tour, which is pretty rad as hell. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are on the road trip of the century. Picking up directly from the cliffhanger ending of Harley Quinn the Animated Series Season 2, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are on the run in a no-holds-barred escapade of mischief, mayhem, and many, many make-out sessions. What could possibly go wrong? I will do it. Also, this is really good. The show's good. The comic's good. It's written by T. Franklin. The art is Max Sarin, who worked on Giant Days. So, this was selling to me.
Did any kind of Giant Daisy things happen to you lately?
My Kickstarter came in. I ordered the last 4 volumes of the library, the Not on the Test edition, because they had only published 3.
Yeah.
And I got real sad. And so I've been buying the soft covers for a couple years now. And then last year they released the Kickstarter for everything.
Yeah.
And now I have a full collection of hardcover Giant Days, and it is so pretty. And I can't wait to sit down and reread the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Because that was Giant Days, I think, started when we started, or just before.
It started when we started.
Yeah, It was one of those series that was it's like our timeline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just felt right. I think Lumberjanes also might have.
Lumberjanes was just a little bit before issue 7 or 8 was out. And the only reason why I know this is because the first trade had come out.
Right.
Sold out immediately. and I had ordered over 20 copies for Wizards.
At the time, that was a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I could sell it. Now, it didn't come out while I was there to sell it.
Oh, right. Volume, right.
Yeah.
Volume 1.
And yeah, the first collected edition. Yeah.
Right. Okay. We can tell this story now because it's in the past.
Yeah. And so I had ordered a ton of copies for them because I was selling the single issues hand over fist, and I knew that I could sell those collected editions. Well, Wizards was having a hard time selling them, and like I said, the first volume was out of print almost immediately. They were doing a reprint cycle, and we couldn't get copies at variant edition. So I went and I asked if I could buy some copies, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't sell these." So I went and I got 5, and we sold them that week.
Yep. So you went back.
And I went and I got 5 more, and I sold all of the copies that Wizards had eventually.
You're just too good at your job.
I like selling comics. I've been feeling a bit disconnected from selling comics lately because I haven't been focusing down on doing it. But lately I've picked some projects. One of them, honestly, is this distillery Devil's Cut. This is something. It's a moment in time. I think the stories are wonderful. I will say that none of them are going to sort of like shake you to the core, but the intent of this company and this package and what it's going to do and what it is launching, I think this is a very important moment in time. It is important to support creators, and I want to do that. I think we can do that. So yeah, the hard sell's coming, and we're probably going to make Distillery the best-selling single issue thing this year for us. So far.
Oh, so far. All right.
Get me some good projects out there, friends.
Yeah.
Give me your recommendations of things coming up. What things are speaking to you? Comics creators and publishers. Get me your PDFs. I miss connecting comics with people the way that I used to. Kind of got lost in the weeds of it all, and I do think that the store has suffered a little bit for that, because part of what I do is build connections, and there's been a little bit too much coming out to properly build those connections. But when I'm focused, I can build that. I can get things moving, and I just that's where I'm heading. You're gonna get a lot of really cool things in your hands coming up. Hi.
It's nice to see that you do the tangent rants as well. Because usually I do them, and then I'm the unhinged female.
Yeah.
Brandon Smash.
Yeah. And yeah, I do agree.
That's true.
And Andrew's right too. The upcoming Wonder Woman book is super bonkers awesome. I would say yeah, it's gonna get into the hands of a lot of superhero people and a lot of folks who are interested in modern politics. Honestly, it does not pull any punches. It's a interesting and pointed read.
Oh, it's Tom King. I wouldn't be surprised.
Andrew's right about this.
I mean, that's honestly like our goal. We've
Yeah.
always wanted to piss off all the right people, and we have.
Absolutely.
So, we'll keep doing that.
All right.
Tell me about a Star War.
Dark Horse has the entire High Republic Adventures complete Phase 1 collection. These were originally published by IDW. And now they've got it all in one big old volume, full-sized. which I do actually think is a mistake, personally.
You think it should have been digest size?
This is
graphic novel
this is
size?
designed for the YA audience.
Yeah.
That's what the adventures ones are more for, is for a broader all ages audience. And I mean, it's Star Wars, so it all is for an all ages audience. But
Yeah.
now that said, I can't argue with experiencing comics in their full size, especially.
I think with that amount of detail, they would have had to figure out the word size. That would have been tough.
Yeah, and like IDW did publish a bunch of these in a smaller format. But that way lies madness sometimes.
Sorry.
So yeah, you've got 13 parts plus a whole bunch of extra stuff from one shots and whatnot, including the Galactic Bake Off Spectacular, which was great.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, good times. If you want your Star Wars to happen longer than a long time ago, this is where you're going to be at, because this is right at the beginning. See the Star Wars timeline? It's got this right up here.
Oh boy.
And then dots going up. So who knows?
Oh no.
Yep.
Good old boy, Steve Orlando.
I'm so happy that this collection is here.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch. If your need is great and your hope is gone, there you will meet the Scarlet Witch. Wanda Maximoff is familiar with hitting rock bottom. And now that she's finally found peace, she's pledged. I'm trying to get some light on this thing. There we go. She's pledged to help others who are languishing at their lowest. There we go. But when a woman falls through Wanda's door with a terrifying story, of a town gone mad, the Scarlet Witch will have to muster all her wits and chaos magic to deal with an insidious threat.
What I really like about this Scarlet Witch series is, like the solicit implies, Wanda is recognizing her past trauma, and she builds this door where people who are at their lowest point, when they're walking through any threshold, will actually walk through this door and find her. And her reason being is, if she had resources, if she had help when she needed it the most, maybe the big bad things wouldn't have happened the way they did. Like the whole House of M, No More Mutants, the whole Avengers Disassembled, where she was essentially destroying the team because of past trauma. And it is a story about recognizing your past, growing from it, and providing when you can for the people who truly need it the most. And it's a series of stories that are just that, but with a lot of fun kind of chaos magic style storytelling. I loved this book. This is something that I could sell to people. It is a concise idea that isn't wandering off in 10 different directions. Wanda is helping people who are at their lowest because she knows how that feels. And it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. All right, you get the last two.
Yeah. Dark Horse is finally doing some beautiful reprints of Richard Corbin independent comics from back in the day. Richard Corbin is a towering figure in independent comics, and for good reason, and in comics in general. Well known for his legendary fantasy underground masterpieces published by Fantagore Press, as well as heavy metal, Richard Corbin's work has been recognized internationally as having been awarded one of the most prestigious recognitions in comics literature, the Grand Prix at Angoulême, as well as being inducted into the Will Eisner Award Hall of Fame. Thrust into a bizarre fantasy world called Neverwhere, the muscular adventurer Den goes on an exotic adventure through ancient ruins, meeting an evil queen, her sacrificial doppelganger, bizarre lizard men, giant insects, and more strange and dangerous madness in this legendary saga brimming with horror, magic, and violence. Following the release of Murky World, this is the next book in the series of deluxe graphic novels from renowned creator Richard Corbin's library to be published by Dark Horse Comics. It's the first volume of the long out of print den and features a whole bunch of bonus material as well.
He's quite naked, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. He's just a big old naked boy. And yeah, pretty much is like the entire time. Just a big old naked boy.
Yep. A lot of nudity.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of peen in here. Just a heads up.
Yeah. Did you mention Jose Villarrubia?
I did not. I stopped reading the last half of it, which I probably shouldn't have. And also features bonus material. All art pages are restored from original plates by longtime Corbin collaborator Jose Villarrubia, who also contributes with an essay, new lettering by Nate Picos of Blambot, and an introduction by Pat Nozzle. All presented in a gorgeous hardcover with a dust jacket.
There's shinies on it too.
Indeed. It goes sparkle. And finally, it's a big boy. It is the absolute Superman for all seasons from Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Oh, it's a fabric. All of this is fabric.
Really?
Yeah, look at that.
I can see it now. I didn't look that closely when I was packing it up. That's weird.
What I really do love about the absolute volumes from DC is they do change sort of the packaging and styling to match the project. This is an absolute classic story that I highly recommend to all people. I believe it is still in print in a more affordable volume, but we just had to have some of this in the big boy size. Before the legend, before the icon, before the man of tomorrow, there was Clark Kent, an earnest Kansas farm boy who was still figuring out his place in the world. Born with extraordinary abilities and raised by adoptive parents who instilled in him the virtues of hard work and helping others, Clark strives to do more for the town and the planet that he has come to call home. Along the way, he'll make allies and enemies. In the end, he'll prove that the power of hope always prevails. From Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale comes a story about a lost boy who would eventually become the world's greatest hero. Absolute Superman for All Seasons reprints the entire Prestige format series, featuring the lush watercolors of, I'm going to say, Bjarne Hansen.
Probably Bjarne.
This edition also includes Loeb and Sale's short story collaborations from Superman 226, Superman Batman 26, Solo number 1, and Superman Batman Secret Files 2003 number 1, with original scripts and art pages and an interview between Sale and Richard Starkings, a brand new introduction by Loeb, and much more.
All right, so there will be a new version of the paperback out October 24th.
Oh, good.
You can order one now on our website for $25.99, and if you prepay, you get 20% off.
You sure do.
So I'm thinking set that up.
Pow, pow, pow. All right, folks. Holy crap, this is a long one.
Yes, it was.
I didn't look at the clock.
Yeah, I looked at 105 and I was like, well, we still have books to do, so.
Well, let's get on to this. Wow.
Pretty.
It is our Magic Mirror section where we do a totally original thing. We look out through our Magic Mirror and we see all of you wonderful people and we say thank you for being here. We see you and we appreciate you and we hope you know that we are here for you too. Doo-doo-ba-doo. I see Bryce. Hello, Bryce. I see Ben. Hi, Ben. I see Sean. Hello, Sean. I see Jason. It's Jason. I see Tyson. Hi, Tyson.
Hi, Tux. Hi.
I knew you wanted that.
Thank you. Yes, if you would like me to say hello to your pet, please leave their name in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. She'll do it. Oh, she'll do it.
I'll do it. Your pet is my new best friend.
I see the one and only Foley.
And you can too.
Wednesday, Thursday, from 11 a.m. till 6:30. Fridays from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're open to 7 on those weekdays. And on Sunday, you'll find me at the store from 11 till 5. You can find Danica in the store if you are lucky on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Then she's there on Tuesday, but no one's allowed in.
Nobody. Unless you're a tiny child who needs to go to the bathroom, then we will let you in. But that's only happened a couple times.
Yeah. Bow, 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 bow. I say Neil. Hello, Neil. There was the person on Twitch.
Hello.
Howdy.
I met 2 amazing doggos on Sunday as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, this nice lady called and asked if we were pet friendly because not everybody knows. And I met just the sweetest big fluffy boys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it was the greatest day.
Very cool.
Greatest day of my life. Better than our wedding. I'm just kidding.
Danica, I know, and you can stop telling me.
I pet 2 doggos and I saw 3 doggos, but I didn't pet Cam's dog because he seemed chill.
That's fair. Yeah.
Not that Cam wouldn't have let me.
No, of
I
course.
have met his dog before, but
Yeah.
3
doggos.
Sunday was great, you guys.
It's a 3-dog Sunday.
3-Dog Sunday. Ooh, that's my band name.
Yeah. What tribute band is it?
Well, I'm trying to think of the other. I think it's like 3-Dog Night. So that'll be my band name. It's just terrible. Like it's just terrible the whole way down. But I want it to be that.
You're 3 doors down.
Oh, 3 doors down. Maybe. I was thinking 3-Dog Night.
Yeah.
Because it's too close, and then everyone would get confused, and I'd be like, "That's the point."
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, it will be my 3 doors down cover band.
I still wish I had the time to put together my Death Cab for Hootie.
Oh my god, right.
Which is Hootie and the Blowfish cover band that does all the songs in the style of Death Cab for Cutie.
God, it's just such a mess and I love it. I
can hear them in my head. I'm not capable of
making the music parts.
Yeah.
I get that.
So
if anybody wants a free idea for a cover band,
Death Cab for Hootie.
Yep, he's been holding on this one to this one for a while.
Indeed.
And I guess I have a cover band too. So both of bands we don't really care for. It's fun.
Death Cab will hit me during the OC phase. I'll say that.
But like I do not like Hootie and the Blowfish, so I would not be okay. I would be like not enjoying your concerts.
That's fair.
But you'd have to come to my 3 doors down concert.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't even name one song anymore. It's been too long since I've heard it. Anyway, sorry. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching and thanks for staying here an extra 20 minutes.
We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.